It's joke, no joke, no joke. Oh. What's good? We got my man Behind Radio, shawty, in the building. You know how we do it. You know, another episode of Behind TV about to drop for y'all. But I have to talk to my brother, man, once again. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel, Behind TV, and I promise y'all, this is not going to be the rest in peace couch, okay? But the last time we was sitting here and we was talking about my man, the DJ from Houston that passed away, B King. Yeah. All right, Club Godzilla.
Yeah, Club God.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. We just finished talking about, Club Godzilla passing, and now we dealing with the loss of Rich Homie Quan, man. I mean, it's one of the most devastating losses that we've taken in Atlanta, but it's been a tough year because, with the loss of Rico Wade earlier this year, then Rich Homie, it's like you got the old school and the new school perishing around the same time, man. So it's like, where's the future of the game heading? And when it comes to Rich Homie, he was one of my favorite artists to come out of the city. I really felt like he was the one that was going to take the torch and really move the culture forward and take it to a whole nother level, which he did during the time that he was really hot and on fire. And I just hate that it came to such an abrupt end, man, because I felt like he had so much more work to do and so much more talent and information and music to give us, man.
Yeah, I was surprised about that too, man. But you know what? Me not being from Atlanta, so y'all niggas don't be mad. You know what I'm saying? With what I'm about to say. Y'all know my filter is a little off a little bit. But I want you to talk about, because you mentioned Rico Wade, right? And from my understanding, Rico Wade passed away because he had an addiction problem too, right? And Rich Homie Quan, he just passed away now from some type of drug overdose, they are saying. What is it about this culture in Atlanta with the drugs, from Future on to the pills or whatever it is, like to lose Rico and Rich Homie Quan, and by the grace of God, it wasn't the gun violence, which another thing we used to as black people, which we need to stop. But what is this thing with our culture at dying from drugs and not old age?
Well, see, in the case of Rich Homie and Rico, we still don't know exactly what was going on with Rich Homie. That they're still waiting on everything to come back on that, so we don't know exactly what happened with Rico. They were saying that he had a heart condition, so that's what was going on with him. With the drugs and hip hop, it's been going on the whole time, from Old Dirty Bastard to DMX. Folks have been passing, from just drugs in general. So
yeah, I see he had to throw a little New York niggas in there real quick.
I was just bringing it in just to bring it back so folks can understand. But I mean, drugs and hip hop, like I was talking to Wick a while back about it. It's not just hip hop; it's a community thing. Because we got a lot of people passing from drugs and overdoses and fentanyl just in the regular community. White, black, Asian, Latino, everybody's suffering from this. They just did a seizure in Atlanta a while back with a whole bunch of fentanyl that they caught coming into the city. So, I mean, this is a real problem that we have in the community. And it's not just hip hop, it's everybody, man.
Yeah, but our culture promotes it.
Now, you have never lied with that. I mean, in the music, that is the same way we promote the violence, the same way we promote the drugs. I mean, that's one of the issues that we do have with hip-hop that we have to correct. Hip-hop used to be, I was teaching a class the other day and I was explaining to my students, I said, hey, man, I grew up and I heard music like UNITY. Who you calling a B? That's what Queen Latifah was saying.
Right.
That is the total other end of the spectrum than what you're getting from
today is, now I'm a bitch. You better call me a bitch. You ain't call me a bitch?
That's terrible. Self-destruction We headed for self-destruction where you can get all of the rappers.
Now it's nigga, I'll destroy you. I'll dig up your grave and kill you again.
And that's the truth. That's where we at with it. So the question is, how do we get it back to the essence of hip hop, to where it was used to move the culture forward and move the community forward, man? I mean, I personally believe that it's gonna start with the youth. It's also gonna start with the OGs. I mean, we're gonna have to set an example for other people, but also, you know, when we talk about gatekeepers, we have to gatekeep that out of the culture. We got to say, hey, man, you know what? If you rapping about this or you talking about that, we're not going to help you push that message and that agenda forward. Right. We want to help you push something positive forward, and we got to stand on business when it comes to that. And also, folks got the jam too, talking about positive stuff.
Yeah, y'all got to really stop supporting ignorance in hip hop, because what happens is, these gatekeepers, these blackballers, these people, they put the ignorance in the front. So it dumbs down our people, our culture, our generation, our babies. That's why they'll make Sexy Red a star and suppress a Rhapsody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Rhapsody will have to start fucking having her ass and titties out and talk about ignorance and stuff for her to make the money that Sexy Red is what pushing. And Sexy Red ain't gonna realize how ignorant she is until she's about 40, 50 years old, and she look back, she's gonna be embarrassed with herself. Trust me when I tell you. Just as well as, you know, the drug dealer that feels remorse to the drugs that he pushed in his community years later. She'll understand that. You get what I mean by that?
I totally understand what you mean by that. I mean, the thing is that we can wake these kids up so they can be conscious earlier than when they turn 40. You know, that's why I always love the Goody Mob and stuff like that, and the Dungeon Family and Organized Noise, is because the music that they put out was conscious music for young people. It wasn't for old folks. These boys was 20 years old telling us to get up, get out, and get something, man. Right. And I mean, who has made a song like Get Up, Get Out, Get Something since then? Period, point blank.
Somebody from New York. But nah, I was just playing you. But on a serious note though, man, y'all not gonna hear a lot about the drug use that goes on with these artists. You know what I'm saying? You'll hear about it after their demise, but they will, you know, from it's so many cocaine references that's supposed to be cool. You know what I'm saying? I never did cocaine, crack, any of that in my life. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, in this entertainment industry, it gets pushed on you easy. I don't have people try to offer me cocaine. Anybody ever offer you drugs?
Well, you know, they know I ain't going for all of that stuff. I ain't doing nothing hard that's gonna take me out.
He never been in the California hills in these parties and stuff.
I ain't been in them California hills at all.
Yeah, see? But yeah, it happens. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it like it don't happen. Yeah, your favorite rapper might be a cokehead, a pill popper. You don't have to use drugs to be cool. You don't have to use drugs to be cool. Tell them, B.I.
You ain't got to use no drugs to be cool. I think what the issue is, though, Choke, they're using drugs to cope. I don't even think they're trying to be cool. I think folks are so stressed out that once they get turned on to it, their life is already spiraling and going crazy. It's too easy to get hooked on it. The issue is how do we reach out to people that might have got tricked into the game or might have stumbled upon it, you know, the drugs and wound up hooked on it. How do we get them to go into rehabilitation or rehabs or something to get better, man? That's the main thing.
That is the main thing. So if you got somebody in your family and you know they got an addiction and if you want to help them, reach out to your local rehabilitation center. I recommend going to a rehabilitation center outside of the neighborhood, further away, long-term care, so they could, go away for like a year, get away from everybody, get their mind clear, get their body clean, and hopefully they won't relapse and they can move further in life. But all y'all hip hop niggas out there doing them drugs, turning them little shorties on and all that, y'all niggas better stop, man. Y'all better stop, man. And rest in peace to rich homie Quan. Shout out to him and his whole family. I'm disappointed in a lot of you people that was around him and did music with him. I did not see y'all at that funeral. I ain't gonna name no names because whatever reasons, but rest in peace, rich homie Quan, man. Any last words from B.I.?
Thoughts and prayers are with Rich Homie and his family right now, man. I mean, the city, we lost an icon, a jewel, a treasure, man. And there will never be another Rich Homie Quan. He was one of a kind. That was the thing that I loved the most about him as an artist, because when he came through as his authentic, genuine self. And when you come into hip-hop as your authentic, genuine self and you actually got the talent, that's when you rise to superstardom, man. And I was, blessed to be able to be around him early on in his career and see that trajectory in real time, man. And I just hope that Atlanta, we can do this again with other artists. And in the meantime, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, that man ain't even get to see 40 years old.
Yep.
Like that is. So for all you young niggas out here be calling us old heads, y'all old ass niggas, it is a pleasure to get old. You should strive for it. Try it. Try thinking about being a grandfather one day or a grandmother. Stop calling people, your elders, old and corny and washed up and this, that, and other. It is a pleasure to lose your hairline, right? You see, one day you're gonna be looking at B.I. Them braids gonna be looking like Stevie Wonder's.
Hell no! That's gonna be crazy as hell. But I can see that happening, sir.
Oh, it's gonna happen, brother.
It's gonna be all that. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So we see y'all young niggas in a minute. All right.
Exactly.
When y'all get some wisdom. Choke no joke and B.I. We out.
Go.
One.
But yeah, man. But see, even